at postgraduate level, it's more about networking and communication. So what you actually need to do is first stance is, yes, you check your Study in Finland website, see what's available, but then do more work in terms of actually checking out the universities that are out there and the field of study that you want to go into. Then you have to take the next step of actually contacting the professors, finding out if they have funding for you. Because I understand that most people coming from Africa, they'll be hoping that they get funding. So I think that's the most important thing, to first check out if there's funding for you. And by skipping the study to Finland, it works, but then by going straight to the universities and the professors, at times you jump the queue and you actually go in front of the line. Because when some of these posts then come on to Study into Finland, they've already been posted by the universities. And you might miss out on an opportunity because there's some people who are constantly checking university websites. So my advice is to constantly check university websites, including Study in Finland. So not just focusing on one PhD link source, but then continuously checking out different university websites and contacting these potential supervisors or researchers, because that's the only way you can actually get to find out what's available and whether there'll be funding for you.
I would like to encourage people to be personal towards the research team. As we discussed earlier, that we all do get emails of interests coming to study over to our universities, but what makes a difference is that whether you can approach us with a very personalized message, also linking your effort to understand what is it that we do in Africa together with Africans and what is our specialization, the projects that we are running. According to my understanding, the best way to access funding, and this does not only concern international students, it also concerns any PhD student, is to have enthusiasm and knowledge towards the subject you're interested in. Motivation, that's the thing. Eagerness to learn and get networked with people who are experts in that study field. So there's no actually limitation to link as a PhD student to our teams, even if you don't have a funding yet. The first thing is that you need to have a real contact with potential supervisors and colleagues you're working with. Then we can together start finding the funding for the work. That is usually the way forward. And I would like everybody to be encouraged and empowered by that idea that do your background work, get contact, don't be shy. Don't expect that the funding is the key issue. The connection is the key issue and the relevance of the subject you want to study. Then the other way that I would like to emphasize is also that working with Finns, and in particular, if I think of African collaboration, is that since we have a long-term established relationship with many universities, it is possible also to get involved into our supervision system and get access to our resources via being a local member in the team. So you don't have to be affiliated instantly to our university as an enrolled PhD student, but if you are enrolled in local universities in Africa, you can also get benefits of these opportunities. In Tanzania, currently, as from the Resilience Academy video you saw, so we have 4 universities, and all these universities are accessible to University of Turku resources to some extent, because we do research together. We have long established cooperation. So this is also a way forward.
I think that these new opportunities and online opportunities really make the whole world as a learning milieu, learning environment, and it certainly enriches like our research groups. Coming to the funding, so I think that as Nina said, it's very, very important for PhD students already to start networking before being officially PhD students, and even write papers, because if you write papers, even if before you apply, so you have like quite good, better opportunities anyway to get like scholarships. And at least in my research group, I actually want PhD students also to write funding proposals, because when you get funding while you are a PhD student, so you are so much more competent in the job markets after the PhD. And this is also what we have been working with Markus, a lot and successfully. And Markus, for example, has been working, in a research project while he's PhD student.
What I would like to say is for potential PhD applicants, the first thing that they should know is PhD is not a charity, okay? So when one university gives you that PhD opportunity, it is not like a charity. It is that because they know that you have the potential, because they are also benefiting from you. So the most important, what I would like to say in here is when you start your PhD, when you plan a PhD, you have to show your potential. You have to show your motivation clearly, and you have to know your research area. So in that way, you convince the potential recruiters how capable you are, how motivated you are. So when you come here, you are here to deliver something, not only to get something and go back, but you are also here to deliver something. So you have to show that motivation, that potential in a very short paper.